This is episode number 21 of the Unknown Games podcast. We are able to drink now. We're 21. Wait, we were always 21, which means we could always drink. But you know what we mean. Hey everyone, it's a great show, and I think you're going to be very pleased to know that we've got some great games to talk about, Katanazero being one of them, and also Alex has been playing a little bit more of Tokyo Mirage Sessions for the Switch. Plus, I tried something new with the show. We got some insert transitions, courtesy of Encore. Now, hopefully in the future, and if you're willing to do it, we would love to have some, actual insert songs for each segment. That would be the dream. But for now, we just gotta, improvise. I hope that you all enjoy this episode. And once again, you can follow us on Twitter and on Instagram at UGP_cast. Enjoy the show. Hey everyone, what's up? You are listening to episode number 21 of the Unknown Games podcast. Thank you for joining us. My name is Adrian, host, and of course, it's not a show without two people. I've got my favorite co-host with me, Alex.
Hey, what's up? I'm Alex.
There we go. And this is a show where we talk about Japanese games of all sorts, and of course our life in Japan, because we live in Japan. That's what we do. We live here in Tokyo or Chiba. One of the two. Still Japan. And we've got a great show for you today. Super great show. We've got some cool games that we've been playing. I've been checking out Katanazero. Alex has been playing a little bit of Tokyo Mirage Sessions FE Sharp. I think I got that right.
Sharp FE, almost.
So close. And then after that, we've got Japan Life, some of the things that we've been doing. Alex just visited the Final Fantasy 7 Skytree collaboration, which is pretty cool.
That was chill.
And we've got a question from our listener about other fast food places we've been going to. And then after that, we're going to close with some news. So we're going to get started here, plain and simple, with the games we play.
Yeah. So why'd you go ahead then? What have you been up to?
So I've been up to streaming, of course. I announced on the last show. I started streaming. The first game I chose to play was Katanazero.
Right.
Why, of all games, I chose Katanazero?
Yeah, interesting choice.
It was an interesting choice. So this is done by Digital Devolver. I think I got that right. Mm-hmm. So they also publish Hotline Miami. And it's along the similar vein, right? You've got this kind of 2D action puzzle, shoot 'em up, kill 'em up. I mean, I chose this game because aesthetically it looks so cool. You play as a samurai and this kind of cyberpunk-ish kind of atmosphere, but it's like 2D.
Yeah, it's got like the neon lights and stuff, right?
It's got the neon lights. I mean, I love the art direction on it. And essentially, you're just cutting your way through rooms of people, but the only mechanics you have is pretty much cut, deflect, and a dodge roll and time slow, Mm-hmm. So it's really simple on the basis, but that game took me a grueling 7 hours. I enjoyed it. And I got to say, for the people joining me on stream, I think they enjoyed it too, except for that one part where I got stuck. I got stuck really bad.
And then people were just leaving.
They left. I went from I have some viewers to, I have no viewers.
That's funny.
But it's a fun game. I think the soundtrack is really good. It's maybe a year and a half, 2 years old or something now. So you can pick it up for maybe $14. There's not much else to say on it. I think it's a game that you should just go and experience and enjoy. I will say I love the dialogue and how it's presented. When the character speaks, and it has that text. It's just text, right? But they decided to emphasize certain words by either coloring them and highlight,
mm-hmm.
highlight the word, or you'll have these sound effects that'll go along with the word as well. So if someone's really angry, it'll just go pop, pop, pop. It's I hate you kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it really does add impact to the conversations. And you do get to choose what you want to say. And it kind of affects, you can be very rash and just choose not to even let the person finish, and that's just automatically upsets them. So the next time I play this, and I'm going to do kind of a speed run for my next stream, is just to just not let anyone finish any of their sentences. Just get everyone angry. That's my goal.
Does that change the story at all or anything?
I don't know. That's what I want to find out. I know that part of the story is that you have kind of PTSD and you're in counseling, you're in therapy, and you have, some nightmares, and you can choose not to really talk about what your nightmares are when your, therapist says like, so what happened in the dream? Did this happen? You can just say like, shut up, just give me the drugs, give me the medicine. And in a way, you kind of limit your own understanding of the story, I think, is what it seems to me, because you won't ever get to hear like, oh, well, it turns out maybe this person was this kind of, this type of person,
right.
This is why you saw them. So answering the questions and letting people finish in turn gives you more information, but I don't know.
Yeah, that would be interesting, because like I know I play a lot of JRPGs, and in at least modern JRPGs, you have choices. You can choose how to respond to characters, but it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter what you say. Like the story doesn't change.
Yeah, it doesn't change. So I think based off of the ending, I'm not sure if there's actually two types of endings. I know that there is one ending for sure, but there is a choice that you have to make between life or death. And I chose life, which means everyone around me had to die. So I'm wondering if I choose death, like what that means.
Oh, maybe like you die and then you can save someone.
And I can save someone. So I'm looking forward to pissing everyone off, getting better at the game, not dying as much, and then choosing death instead of life to see how it kind of alters the ending or what happens at the end.
Okay, that's cool.
Yep, that's Katanazero. Definitely check it out, and you can check me out streaming Wednesdays and Fridays, Japan Standard Time, 9 to 12 p.m. Set this so backwards. Alex, what about you, man? How's Tokyo Mirage Sessions? Sharp, FE.
Right.
Oh, man.
You got it.
I got it.
It's pretty good. I've only played at this point, like I'm done the prologue, and I think I'm almost done chapter 1, so I'm pretty in the beginning still.
Okay.
But it's fine. I still feel like I need to hit the stride. I don't have a big party. Obviously, I'm still waiting to get more party members.
How big does it get up to? Like, how many members can you get?
I don't know. So I have 3 right now, and I feel like I'm gonna get, I don't know, let's say 2 to 3 more. That's the usual standard size for a JRPG, I think.
Okay. And but, I was actually curious because last time you said that it was not a collaboration between Fire Emblem and the Persona team. Is that what it is? Like,
yeah, it's Atlas and Nintendo, so it's Shin Megami Tensei really, and then Fire Emblem.
Okay.
So you have kind of like the battle systems, I guess, of Shin Megami Tensei or Persona. It's it's Atlas, so you have the attacks that are the same. So Agi is always your fire spell, Bufu is your ice spell, etc., etc. Like that's carried over.
Okay.
And then instead of having demons that you recruit or personas that you recruit or get, you just have Fire Emblem characters that are basically like that world's version of your persona. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I was wondering like where the kind of Fire Emblem part of it came in to play.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you have these Fire Emblem characters that are they're from a different world. I haven't played through the game yet. I don't really know the story, but there's these beings that kind of don't really have form or whatever. And when you I don't know, like when you purify them or something, like they're like, they kind of get their consciousness back, and they're like, I don't know who I am. I don't have my memories, but they're just like Fire Emblem characters. He's like, I'm Chrom. I don't have any memories. Or I'm like, oh yeah.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
If it's Chrom, I'm glad he doesn't have any memories. I don't like Chrom for reasons.
Well, he's like the main character's partner. So he's like the first one you get.
Oh man, I gotta
yeah.
But does that mean like the story is pretty? Is it like holding you interested? Like, is it keeping you interested at all, or is it just kind of like, it's a game?
I'm willing to give it some like a chance. I'm gonna say like right now I'm like not too into it.
Okay.
It's just because it's like I don't know, man. It's
It's
really anime, and I don't mean that as a bad thing or I don't know. It's just like so basically there's performers, people with talent in the world, idols, right?
right.
And then like this force, these bad guys are like stealing performa, which is like
They're
the
stealing
energy
performances.
the energy of people with talent. It's kind of like have you seen like I don't know Space Jam?
Space. Oh yes. Oh my word! Really? It's like
Well, not like
I
that, but it's
but
weird. It's like so these people like the idols have like perform like this energy of performance, and
right,
then
and they
these
can.
beings are stealing that because they need it to survive. They like need this energy for themselves,
It's
so
still
they're harvesting
the
performa from people.
the way you put it though. Space Jam is really a good analogy. It really
Okay, well,
it really
yeah.
is. It makes sense to me now.
So
Wow.
they're stealing performa from people because they need it to survive. So it's got like a really Sailor Moon kind of vibe to it, if you know what I mean.
Okay,
Um,
yeah. So it's like kind of like not monster of the week, but villain of the week kind of comes in and wants to steal, but like wants to
yeah.
steal someone's performer energy, but then you like defeat them, and then they report back to the boss. It's like, ah, crap, we didn't
Well,
do it.
maybe yeah,
And
maybe I'm still really early in,
okay,
but
okay,
they're stealing performa and they're like it really does have like a Mahou Shoujo kind of feel to it. So when you transform for the first time, like when you get your I guess your Fire Emblem partner and you see this like super anime transformation cutscene,
mm-hmm.
like you've seen like Mahou Shoujo anime
Yeah,
before, right?
yeah,
You know what that
yeah.
looks like, right?
But
It's a
straight
lot
up
like
just
it's a lot like that.
getting naked and getting clothed again.
Yeah. And then they have like this battle costume on or whatever. But so that's Fire Emblem, or sorry, that's Tokyo Mirage Sessions. Has a pretty cool weapon upgrade system. I didn't think it would be like that. I thought you would kind of buy your weapons, right? Like you do in a lot of RPGs.
Yeah.
But enemies will drop materials and you can use that to craft basically just better weapons.
Okay, so you basically went from Rise of crafting to another crafting game.
Yeah, but this is it's linear. Ryza is like a spider web of stuff to craft.
But now
It's
you're an expert. You're an expert at crafting. Like you can do any simple crafting because you've done Rise of crafting.
Oh yeah, it's so easy. Like you look at your thing and it's like you need 5 of this, 1 of that, and 4 of that. And I'm like, okay, well I'm just gonna go farm enemies, I guess, and then I'll come back with a new weapon.
And that's it.
Yeah,
That's
it's pretty decent. I'm gonna play through it. I'm gonna try to finish it at least.
mm-hmm.
We'll see where that goes. I don't hate it.
But
But
not loving it.
I'm not like hooked on it yet. Yeah.
You're not Ba-da-dun-dun-dun. I'm loving it.
Yeah. Not yet.
Oh man. So yeah, I mean that's I guess that's pretty much what we've been playing. I know we've both been playing Apex Season 4, and to keep matters short, we're both loving it. It's fun. I literally put in the show notes like just say it's fun.
How are you enjoying Revenant?
I'm enjoying Revenant a lot. I've been trying to play him as much as possible. I like his grenade ability. I've been using that as anytime I get into a fight or
You just
even
chuck it out.
I chuck it out, man, because it's
You know,
just good denial.
You can throw it and shoot at the same time.
Wait, really?
Yeah, really. So you can be shooting like let's say I have an R99, you're just like holding down trigger, bullets are coming out. You can just like toss out your cooldown at the same time. So Revenant just throws out 2 things at the same time, yeah.
Oh man! Oh, and that works for grenades too. Then
yeah. So it can be like grenade, double grenade, yeah.
Dude, because I've been like super hooked on grenades recently. I've been just using. I carry like 6 to 8 of them at a time now.
And you just chuck them out, yeah.
And I chuck them out when I can. I love grenades, so that makes more sense. Like, because I was always wondering, like, why can't I cancel his grenade? Like, you can cancel anyone else's abilities. I can cancel Lifeline's, pack or whatever, but his grenade, it just stays out. It's like, what if I don't want to throw it?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't played. I played a little bit of Revenant when the patch dropped, and then I haven't touched him since. He's okay. He's like, I like his crouch walk. It's so fast and like
it's so fast.
It's violent, really.
Yeah, his voice lines. I think of him as like a chain smoker who's also a recovering alcoholic. Mm-hmm. This dude, his voice, it's like literally the one voice line was, "And remember, today I'm going to kill you." I was like, "What, bruh? Hold up."
His voice lines are funny because like he doesn't say thank you or anything, right?
Right.
he's like, if you try to say thank you, it's like I'm not thanking you. Like, oh, okay, Revenant.
Okay.
But
Okay.
the other characters like react as if it's the generic thank you.
Mm-hmm. So it's like thanks.
Yeah, or it's like I'm not thank you, and then Lifeline's like you're welcome. It's like because it doesn't match the conversation. Like it doesn't match. Yeah.
Yeah, because they would have to re-record some of those, and I mean, overall, I got to say, I've been enjoying it. I would like to ask you just one thing before we move on, just about like how are you enjoying the map, like the changes to the map? Pretty good, like Harvester and all that.
So Harvester, it's bigger than I thought for sure.
Yeah.
Also, it's just really big itself. So coming from Titanfall, like there are harvesters in Titanfall that you have to protect.
Oh, okay.
As part of like the horde kind of mode.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, then when there's like, oh, they're adding the harvester. I'm like, okay, I know what those are. And then like when the patch dropped, I was like, what the hell is this? Why is it so big?
It's so big. It really is big. And I gotta say, the fights I've had there have been pretty fun. I like how it kind of funnels you into the center. I do hate how it is pretty much the extended version of Bunker. Like the stairwell in Bunker. That's what it is.
Yeah. And then not the spire part of it, but kind of how it spreads out. Like there's hallways that kind of spread out from it.
Yeah.
There's the one building that it's like a ramp for some reason. Like there's a huge slope.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If you're caught at the bottom of that slope, kind of sucks for you.
It does. It's so hard to.
There's a door there. There's a door to the left that you can escape out of that hallway, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
But I was playing last night. You were there. We were playing together, and we got pincered. So there's a team up the top of the slope, and then there was another team like coming in through that door.
Yeah, and like
we got like we got really screwed.
Oh man, but it's been overall, like I said, it's fun.
Yeah. So I'm on I'll play more soonish, maybe tonight. I don't know. Capital City is different. It's not called Capital City anymore. It's
divided into two little sections. So
yeah,
I think all the little changes they did work. I've been landing in survey camp a lot and getting those weapons, and those have all been pretty fun fights. I think they've done a good job spreading out the places that you want to land in. So hey, I'm all for it. So yeah, I'm gonna move past the Apex. I will say one thing about Katanazero before I go. Like I said, really fun game, but when you get down to the nitty gritty, you're gonna die a lot. I forgot to say you're gonna die a lot. Unless you're really good, you're gonna.
It's kind of like Hollow Miami. Like unless when you're playing that game for the first time, you're doing a blind run, you probably will die a lot of times.
Yeah, but then the second time you're going through, it's a lot easier. So perfect game for me to stream again, and then I'll probably stream something else after that. But next up, we're going to talk about some Japan life. Sure. Japan life. Well, we have a voice message from Nick from the Reiwa podcast, calling in and asking some cool things. So we're going to play that right now.
Hey guys, this is Nick from the Reiwa Gaming Podcast. You guys are always talking about McDonald's and how it's your go-to fast food. But I'm curious, what do you guys like to eat for fast food when there's not a McDonald's close by? You go to the Konbini, you go to a different Western fast food chain, Taco Bell. What do you guys do? Let me know. Bye.
Okay, so that's a fine question. What do we do for fast food when there's not a McDonald's nearby? I don't know about you, but
that's true.
I'm always near McDonald's. I don't know about you, man.
I love how I'm always near McDonald's. Like you live in the McDonald's almost.
Well, so yeah, the question is, what do you do when there's not McDonald's nearby? But I've actually never been in that situation.
Dang.
Because I live by a couple. When I go to work, there's McDonald's kind of by work. Right. Maybe not where I work now. It's not really nearby, but okay. So like Konbini, Taco Bell, whatever is a really good questions or good options. So here's the thing. If we're not talking fast food now, if we're just kind of talking, well, maybe it is kind of fast food, not really. But if you guys are ever in either Shimbashi or Akihabara, go to Spaghetti Poncho. Yeah.
I was gonna say like go curry. I was
Well, there's no gogo curry in Shimbashi, but there is gogo
in
curry in Akihabara.
Akihabara, yeah. But yes,
But
spaghetti bancho, yeah.
they
Give him
are
the gospel.
like so good, man. Really good.
It's literally just okay. So it's literally just spaghetti, but it's fried, right? Like they fry it on a
They do
skillet,
fry it a little bit, and the noodles are like really thick.
really thick, and then you can get. So for the same price, you can get essentially the small, medium, large, or extra large. And I think
Oh my
extra
god,
large
yeah.
is
It's
how
like
big is it? Is 500 grams or is it more?
no, I think not the chumori, so like the step above regular. I think
Yeah,
that one's 500.
yeah. See,
And
I don't even touch that. I don't touch that. I touch like the was it 300 grams or 200 grams or
yeah,
something?
like the small or whatever, right?
Oh my goodness! After that, but it's so good. It's so good.
It's so good.
And there's just a whole helping of Parmesan like cheese. It's like
Oh, it's like
powdered
in a
cheese.
box. It's
It's
like
in
in
a
a
box.
box.
You just put that mug on. You just sprinkle it.
Yeah,
All the listeners are like these fat, these fat
yeah.
dudes. Like, what's up with them?
And
Um,
then there's also like a bottle of sauce that they have on the table.
they have their kind of custom. What is it called? Like spaghetti bancho sauce or like mama's sauce or something. Natsukashi. That's what it is.
Yeah,
Natsukashi
and then
napari
you
or
can like
something.
put that sauce on the spaghetti, and then it like changes the flavor a little bit.
Oh man! Then you
So
put some
I'll eat
Tabasco over
half
it.
my dish, and then halfway through I'll put the sauce on there, and it changes the flavor.
Oh man! Now it's like it's just after lunch here. I had breakfast for lunch, but now I just want to go find a spaghetti bancho. There's like none near me. I have to
Oh,
go to
I know.
Tokyo
Yeah,
for it.
there's hardly any. There's one in Shibuya, one in Shimbashi, and one in Akihabara. Those are the only three that I know of in Tokyo.
Oh man! So that's thank you, Nick, for
For
bringing
bringing
out
that up, yeah,
our gluttonous habits
yeah.
of food. We promise you, everyone, we're actually very very healthy. We eat normally every day.
I don't know, not at all.
It's like Alex is like, I'm not even gonna try to lie on that, man.
No, yeah. Anyways, um,
So
yeah, good
yeah,
question. Thanks, man.
thanks for writing or lit. I always want to say writing in. No one's writing in. Thank you for sending your voice.
Yeah, you can check out Nick's podcast, by the way. They're also on Anchor.
Yep, Reiwa
So
Gaming Podcast.
Reiwa Gaming Podcast,
That's REIWA. Just want to
and
make
then
sure.
yeah, and it's dash gaming dash podcast for their anchor.fm URL. You can also find them on Spotify. Pretty much everywhere you can find us, you can also find them on
Yep.
the same places.
So, and before we end this segment, I think I said at the beginning of the show, you know, Alex went to the Final Fantasy VII Skytree collaboration,
Yeah.
which we're going to be posting pics of that on the Twitter and Instagram. But dude, you got to dish out on that because that's
Yeah, it was pretty cool. So it's a collaboration event. I think it started like last week, and it's going on for a couple months. So if you want to check it out, you might want to, especially if you're a fan of FF7. It was pretty cool. I had no idea what to expect going in because I was just like, oh, there's gonna put up decorations for
that's
seven.
what I would think. They just
Yeah.
put and this is your first time. This was your first time at Skytree or second time?
It was no, actually, this is my first time at Skytree. I've never seen like normal Skytree. So
like,
yeah.
Wow.
All right, so a couple things is they changed the color of Skytree on the outside. So they illuminate Skytree at night with just colors or whatever, right?
Right.
So for during the collaboration, they're changing the colors to what they're calling Midgar colors, which is kind of like a dark blue, grayish kind of color scheme. So if you go just anywhere in Tokyo, you can see Skytree, and it'll look different during like the collaboration.
Right.
So you go inside, and then Skytree actually has there's three floors that you can visit. But the higher floor, I can't remember what number it is, but it's
like the observation deck, like the highest.
The highest one is a separate like ticket charge. You basically have to pay more money. And it's not. I'm not gonna lie, it's not cheap. But so if you go to the normal one, which is deck number 340 or level 340, and during, I think it's like 3 times a night, they have a 6-minute video that they play on the window. So it's a 360 video essentially that they're just playing within Skytree.
Wow.
Of FF7.
Is it anything we haven't seen, or is it just like reused stuff?
I'm not gonna like I'm not gonna try to pimp it like more than it really is. It's a glorified 6-minute trailer for FF7 remake.
It's like all the trailers put together and just
So
string.
it's pretty cool. So it starts out with just like some FF7 like fluff, some words and stuff, and then
Mhm.
it shows like what they're calling the compilation of FF7. So it just shows like all the games and then some footage from those games. So they'll do like um what was the one on mobile game? The one that we never got.
Wait, there was a mobile game?
Yeah.
What? Wait, for Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah.
That wasn't what?
Yeah, I forgot what it's called right now. Let me dig through my pictures because I took a picture of it. Anyway, so it shows like all the games.
Huh.
And then it's like just just showing the history of the series of 7.
Yeah. Which
And
is
then
I mean, I was gonna say it's perfect. They have 360 because they can do an easy timeline too. Like
mhm.
I would. That sounds cool.
And
Continue.
then Before Crisis. It's called Before Crisis.
Oh, okay, Before Crisis.
Before Crisis Core essentially, but yeah.
Hmm.
And then it just goes to FF7 remake and it shows the characters on the windows. It will show like a cool profile picture, their name, and then some footage of them. And then it'll do that, and then it shows part of one of the recent trailers where there's Aerith and then Sephiroth and Cloud, and then the train stops before the bombing mission.
Okay, so
And,
yeah,
and
like
that's it.
okay, so like what we've seen. But I mean, like I guess like when it comes to collaboration events here in Japan, they do a lot of them throughout the year. Not just between games, but with anime and also music groups. There's a lot of collaboration. Some are really good. Some they really take the time to really give you like I don't know, put you in that experience exactly what you kind of wanted when you go there. In terms of seeing rare, unseen stuff from when they were making the game per se, or
Yeah.
even just selling like really cool merchandise. Was there any of that there? Like, was there any
Yeah.
good merchandise or
So the
anything?
video was on the 340th floor.
Okay.
And then if you go to the higher floor, that's where it has all the cool stuff because there is basically just a replica of Cloud's Buster Sword up there.
What? Oh, the
Yeah.
one from TGS?
I don't know.
I bet you it's that TGS one.
It's probably the same one, yeah. So on the higher floor, you can walk around, and it becomes kind of like an FF7 museum. So it has all the games,
Mhm.
basically a little like blurb of the story of the game and the characters that appear in it. So it's all the games as you go through, and you finally end on FF7 remake, and then it shows the main characters from remake. So Cloud, Tifa, Aerith, Red 13,
Mhm.
the Turks, the two Turks that they've shown so far, Bino and Seng,
Insane. Yeah.
and Sephiroth.
Okay.
And then you keep going on that floor, and then it shows concept art from 7, the original 7, which is pretty cool.
Which is pretty cool. Like that's the stuff that you're like, oh man, I wish. And can you take pictures of it? I mean,
Yeah, you can take pictures.
Oh wow.
And
Okay.
Mhm.
Perfect.
And then there's also like this is where it's mostly, to be honest, it's an ad for a remake, really. And then there's like a huge section for FF7 remake that goes over the system for remake, where
Really?
it's like, yeah,
It goes that they're like, for all you people who really don't potentially care, this is how you play the game.
yeah. So it's like difficulty, weapon crafting, materia,
Okay.
how the battle system is basically, the break system,
Mhm.
like where you can stagger an enemy.
Oh, wait, is that new? That's new.
Yeah, I didn't know about this personally until
There's
until last night. So there's a stagger system. It works
snap.
the same way that the break system worked in 13.
In 13?
Yeah.
Snap.
So there's like a gauge that fills up, and then they get staggered.
And we were talking, I think, about this. I don't know if we talked about this with Ryza, but there's that same kind of break limitation, like mechanic, similar with Xenosaga too. Like that just makes battles so much fun. I'm not gonna lie, like you really do feel like I got to break a boss before they deal a major amount of damage, and that throws off their attack pattern too, or attack cycle.
Yeah.
Oh goodness, it's gonna be too good, man. It's too good.
Yeah, so there's a stagger system in 7, and there's also, and I didn't know that. I'm sure they announced this like a year ago. I missed it until now. But there's a classic difficulty mode where the game, you no longer need to control your characters, and you don't need to dodge. The game will do that for you.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, so you just choose the commands?
You just choose commands, yeah.
Oh, so that's how that. Oh, dude, that's. Huh.
So that's what they're calling classic difficulty, where you just play it, kind of how you played 7, where you don't
Right.
move your character.
That's
So
interesting.
that's in the game as well. And then they also had a part on the floor where they showed a ton of FF7 goods,
Mhm.
just from history. So they had like the Crisis Core PSP, the limited one. They had a copy of the Advent Children Blu-ray. They had some potions that they were selling like maybe 10 years ago.
Oh, okay. But they didn't have Dirge of Cerberus.
They had some Dirge Service stuff, yeah.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Uh,
I just had to try it.
yeah, and then they had like they're just showing that off, and then at the end of that floor, there was a pop-up shop where you can go and you can buy some FF7 remake stuff, even some non FF7 remake stuff. They had stuff from the mobile game, the one by
The
DNA.
one the before Crisis that we
No,
never got.
the one
Oh,
that there's
what?
the mobile game that they have right now.
Oh, Brave Exvius?
No, the other one.
Crap. Why can't Mobius? Like more
No.
What? There's another one?
The one by DNA. Record Keeper. That was it.
Okay, Record Keeper.
Anyways, yeah. So there's a
Dang.
pop-up shop, and you can buy a bunch of FF's stuff. I was talking to you about this, I think last night, but they have a vinyl record. It's like a printed vinyl, so it's not like black or even colored or clear. It's like a picture disc.
Okay.
2 discs. So the first disc is stuff from Remake, which is kind of cool because that game's not even out yet.
Right.
And then disc 2 is a selection of stuff from just FF7.
From FF7. Like
yeah, just some collection of tracks. And then it comes in a really cool looking jacket. It's like a silver metallic looking kind of jacket. And the price is 7,777 yen.
That's what, like $80 or $75 somewhere in that.
Yeah, but
$7 to $80, but yeah.
Right?
Oh, dude, that's creative, and then at the same time, it's kind of like we charge 777 for everything.
But yeah, so it's 7,777 not including tax, so it's actually 8,000 something. But
oh.
Yeah.
It's like they're hoping like someone took a picture like, oh, look at this, it's 7,777.
Yeah, but and then it's like not including tax. So anyway, so that was it. So that was good. The Skytree event. The Buster Sword was cool. Oh, sorry, there's one more thing.
Okay.
There's a materia that they called the Sora no To materia. So like the Sky Tower materia. That's all on that floor.
Can you actually like buy it, or is it?
No, you can't buy it. It's just like in there, and then it's like there's like a wheel that you turn, and then you turn the wheel, and it like charges the materia, and then it like lights up, and it plays Aerith's theme.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Yeah.
I guess. But I think they actually did have. I went, because we were in Japan at the same time. I went to the Square Enix store back in 2010, and I bought like a really nice Cloud figure. Like scale figure, and then I also bought Wall Scroll, which from Advent Children. But they also, I remember they had a materia ring, like ring with materia on it, or it was like a necklace with materia. It was it's like $200+.
Yeah,
it's
I remember that.
Cheap.
There was 2, the holy materia and the meteor materia.
Yeah, and like I don't. The thing is with the Square Enix cafe / shop now, they don't have nearly as many of the cool goods as they had back then. But that shop, I'm sure they still have Sephiroth in the ground. They can't get rid of that dude.
Yeah.
There's a full life-size Sephiroth just in the ground with the crystal materia stuff around him. It's amazing.
You're talking about
that picture.
The Square Enix cafe in Akihabara?
Okay, so they still kept him. Okay. I was going to say like they had to keep that because
no, I don't know if it's there anymore. I was at the Square Enix cafe in Akihabara pretty recently, and it wasn't there.
It wasn't there.
So I've been to Artnia, which is the tiny cafe they have in Chinjuku.
Okay.
They have a lot of figures and stuff at Artnia. And in that one they have like, I don't know how to explain it, like a crystal, just like a crystal from FF series in general.
Oh, the crystal that starts everything.
That's like in the middle of the store, and it looks pretty cool.
Okay. Well, I'll see if I can find that picture. I know I've got a bunch of pictures on Facebook of it, so I'll like maybe post it on Twitter and everything. So
okay. Yeah.
People can see and maybe jog your memory too. But
yeah, that was it. I'm gonna say, just as a final word, you might want to go check it out. Here's the thing, it's kind of pricey, I understand, but It's a kind of a cool thing, especially with all like the mood at night when it's all dark and they play FF7 music in Skytree.
Okay. I'm
Yeah.
going to think about it. But no, it's actually probably what, $30 if I remember?
Yeah, it's like
to go up there?
$30. Yeah. Is it worth it to you? Maybe.
It's better than the other times I've been and there's no collaboration.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm always
there's also a Fenrir that you can take a picture with.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, like there's they had the bike too.
Yeah.
Crap.
Not in Skytree though. It was on the 5th floor, so like at the base of Skytree.
Oh, okay. Okay. So
I don't think they wanted to put that thing like up there.
Up there. Just like put it on the elevator and just stand it up and it's like, oh, you are now going to the 300 and like
yeah.
Oh man. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I think as long as it's there, hopefully it's there, when the game releases as well.
It will be, yeah.
Okay. So I've got plenty of time. I do want to check it out. And of course, Tokyo One Piece Tower is always there holding it down for the other tower of Japan. But that's going to do it for this part of the show. And remember, we're going to come back after this with some news. So stay tuned and we'll see you after the break.
Sounds good. Hey, Jen, never thought about making a podcast?
All the time, except for we are already making a podcast.
No, but I mean like a different one. Maybe a better one.
Sure.
Yeah. So I was on the internet. I was trying to figure out like what's the best host for a podcast or, pretty much how can I make a podcast? And I think I settled on Anchor.
We're already using Anchor, buddy.
Wait, are you serious? Are we actually?
I'm actually serious because it's free. And of course, we're on like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and like Google Podcasts, and so many other places.
Wait, how do we do that though?
Anchor did that for us.
Oh, just like automatically, right? Anchor will just distribute your podcast for like free?
Exactly. Wait, I thought you did the research.
Yeah, well, I kind of did, but I do know that Anchor will help you make money from a podcast. Cash money.
Cash money grabs. Exactly. That's how we're making money right now, I think.
Absolutely. Like right at this very moment.
At this very moment with this sponsorship.
Well, I mean, also Anchor has some pretty cool creation tools that let you record and also edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer. Because I know you got one of those, probably.
I do have a computer, but I don't have a phone.
Well, whatever. You can still make a podcast because in 2020, there's no reason why anyone shouldn't have a podcast.
Everyone deserves a voice. That's my opinion.
Yeah. Well, Anchor is just everything you need to make a podcast, but just all in one place. You can download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
Enjoy the show, everyone. Thanks for listening. And welcome back, everyone. We are here with the news. Yep, the news. I love the news a lot. And we've got some pretty cool, I think we found some interesting, fun things this week. I gotta say, number one, the magical Kingdom Hearts experiences. All 10 of them.
Yeah, so I wanted to like kind of just bring this up real quick because we were talking a couple episodes ago about Kingdom Hearts and how those games are impossible to follow unless you have been following them from the very beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So for anyone who's like jumping into the series like right now, if you're like, I've heard of Kingdom Hearts and I want to play the games, where do I start? So they're selling an all-in-one package. It's literally just called all-in-one package.
And this is it. This is the experience. It has Kingdom Hearts. Like the list is kind of stupid because number one, it's not in order. Or whoever put this in, it's not in order. But anyways, it's Kingdom Hearts Final Mix, Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days, Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep Final Mix, Kingdom Hearts... Okay, I can do it all in one breath. Recoded, Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance HD, Kingdom Hearts .2 Birth by Sleep, a fragmented patch... What the... Okay, Kingdom Hearts...
Aqua, yeah.
What is this symbol? That cover?
That Greek one?
This Greek one. I don't even know.
That's Chi.
Kingdom Hearts Chi back cover, and then Kingdom Hearts 3. And remember, there's DLC that doesn't come with it. So
you're right, you have to buy that separately.
But this is all for $49.
Which is a really good deal, yeah.
Which is a really good deal. If you ever felt like you were waiting to get everything, like me, this is actually the time. This is actually it.
Yeah, so it's going to be out on the PS4 just in time for your console to be outdated when the PS5 comes out.
Yeah, just in time for the rotation, standard rotation.
Yeah, but here's the thing about this list of games is that only, well, let's say 3 of these are numbered. So Kingdom Hearts, which has no number, Kingdom Hearts 2, and Kingdom Hearts 3.
So how do you factor in? And we went over this. Like our only answer was get a wiki.
Yeah, so I'm like, if you just give someone this list and you're like, hey, play the games, like, how are they supposed to know, like, which order to play them in? Like, do you do 1, 2, 3, and then the other ones? Do you do, like, you're not supposed to do that, right? You're supposed to do 1, and then whatever comes between 1 and 2.
Well, I mean, so
between 2 and 3.
I think the ones, there's 2 kind of major games that you need to, of course, you need to play Birth by Sleep. And I don't know if you need to play it first, honestly, because it may or may not clarify. I don't think it actually clarifies anything. It's actually just previous history, but that comes back in Kingdom Hearts 3. So you need to play that. And you need to play
that first, right?
Right. And you also need to play Dream Drop Distance, which I think comes in between
2 and 3.
2 and 3. And then in between 1 and 2 is Chain of Memories.
Chain of Memories, yeah.
And I think that's it. I don't know about all these other ones with these remastered cinematics. Like they don't really even have a game to them. Like
358 over 2 days. Yeah.
Friend of the show, Revarse, best summarized that after playing it as, you don't even need it because it didn't even happen.
So like I don't.
That's it.
When we're talking about Metal Gear Solid, at least those games are numbered. At least those ones are numbered, so you can play them in order.
I mean, outside of Peace Walker.
Yeah, that's the only one. They're like, where do I play Peace Walker? Right.
And they never kind of bundle what was the PSP one? Acid, because that's just
not in the timeline.
So it's not in the timeline, so it's just for fun. So I mean, like you only really need to deal with kind of 2 things, and I guess if you don't know Phantom Pain versus 5.
Well, it's MGS5 Phantom Pain and MGS5 Ground Zeroes.
Ground Zeroes, there we go. I forgot the Ground
Zeroes. So like, at least those ones have a number in them. But Kingdom Hearts, like only 3 out of 10 of these have a number in them. I mean, like, I guess 358 is a number and 0.2 is a number.
0.2 is a number, but you look at 0.2, like, does that mean I need to play 0.2 before Birth by Sleep?
Or do you play 0. Do you play 0.2 before 1? Because 0.2 is a smaller number than 1.
Someone's like, you guys, stop hassling us. Stop haggling us.
Anyways, so that's my point. So if you wanted to just like play all these games, you can get this package and play them, I guess, in the right. Maybe the game makes it obvious. So it's like, hey, this is the order you play the games in. Make sure you do that. So I don't know.
Man.
But other than Kingdom Hearts, there's a demo for Persona 5 Scramble because that game is coming out really, really soon.
Yep.
In Japan. I don't know if there's been an English release announced, but I don't doubt that, the Western world is going to get Scramble. So Persona 5 Royal comes out for English-speaking audiences next month.
Okay.
And then Scramble probably will be in a year from now or something like that. You do want to play Royal or even Vanilla before you pick up Scramble because it is a legit sequel. It's like an actual, like the story does continue off from the end of 5.
And this is still done by the Muso team, if I remember right. Koei Tecmo?
It is the Muso team, yeah. And they're getting input. They're getting input from Atlas. That's kind of like how they did the fighting games, where that was all ArcSys, and they got input and story from Atlas.
Okay.
But no, it's good. I was watching a trailer for Scramble because it's coming out real soon, and then they were just like, it is a sequel to 5. Make sure you know the story. And they're like, but if you don't have time, maybe just watch the anime.
That's true. That they do. I watched the P4 anime and really enjoyed it. I didn't watch what's Golden? The other after
Golden.
Yeah,
right?
just straight Golden. Yeah, I didn't finish watching Golden. But I do have the P5 anime recorded, and I'm just thinking maybe I'll just
watch the anime.
Just watch the anime because 100 hours is a long time.
So I was watching the anime as well for 5, and then I stopped watching it because as much as I love that world and those characters, I've played the game.
Yeah, I mean, once you've been pretty much in it for that long, you don't. I mean, nothing's going to change about the story. They're not going to do something different.
I don't know. Yeah, they might change
not.
something, but I mean, they're not going to change the main story. But anyway, so Scramble's coming out real soon. Western audiences will probably have to wait maybe a year to get their hands on it, but it looks pretty decent. They're adding a new character. which is surprising.
Oh, wow.
It's like an adult, like an actual adult.
Oh, wait, is that what I saw like an image for him? This dude on a bike, right? Or something?
His name is like something Zenkichi.
Yeah. I saw him. His
And
mask is pretty crazy too.
His code name is Wolf, and he's like the first adult in the Persona series to have a persona, essentially.
A persona, essentially?
Yeah, because all the Persona users are like teenagers, right?
Usually, right.
So he's like the first adult to have a persona.
Well, speaking of other first, we're not really sure if this is a first or not, but for the Xbox Series X, the mysterious port that we were kind of talking about a couple episodes back, what is this port for? It's been kind of rumored now that it could potentially be for expandable storage, which seems really strange, honestly.
Yeah.
Because it's not exactly a storage, like it's not a port that you can just plug any portable hard drive into. It's a proprietary looking port. So
yeah, so that doesn't look like any port that I've seen, and I don't know if it's going to be expandable storage. To me, that doesn't make sense because expandable storage has its own universal standard. That's USB. Either that's going to be Type A or Type C, right? Why would Microsoft just be like, oh, we'll sell you expandable storage, but it's going to be our special port? And the answer to that, I guess you could say, is like, oh, so they can make more money, so they can charge you more money because you have to get theirs, right?
Right, and the kind of thing is that they're saying is it could be an internal non-replaceable kind of NVMe style SSD. And in all honesty, like the same rumors are kind of going around for the PlayStation 5 in terms of they're using maybe a Samsung SSD, which may or may not be something you can kind of take in or out, which would be weird. It would be weird because PS4 you can just you can swap out hard drives just like this, So I'm not really putting too much faith in this rumor that's been kind of going around about the Xbox Series X in this terms. But who knows? I don't think Microsoft wants to do something like that, and it doesn't make sense for them to do something like that.
Right.
Charge us more.
I agree, because especially because the PS3 had user replaceable hard drives and PS4 had usable replaceable hard drives. It's just weird for them to change that trend.
Yeah.
For PS5 at least. Microsoft, I don't know. I don't own an Xbox One. I don't know if you can do user expandable storage. Maybe you can. It doesn't. It doesn't seem like something that they would limit.
They would limit, and I think you can do user, expandable storage on Xbox One. If I remember, I'm pretty sure. So, who knows? But in lighter news, I came across this story, which it just popped in my Google feed. There was an Android for the Sand Porter bridges, for Death Stranding.
I saw pictures of that too. It looks really awesome.
It looks really good. I gotta say, because Kojima Studios, or Kojima Productions, they have a lot of expensive merchandise. Like they put out some quality merch themselves, or that they collaborate with. But Good Smile Company and Nendroids, I gotta say, sometimes they're hit or miss. Most of the times they're fine. But I think they did a really good job. He's got the little BB on him, and for the deluxe edition, you can just get a crap ton of boxes. I don't know what they're called in the game.
Well, it's just a cargo, right? And then you can use that to stack cargo on your Nendroid, so it looks like he's carrying a ton of stuff.
It looks like he's carrying like 15 or 16 of these things.
Yeah. You haven't played Death Stranding, right? But
I still haven't played it.
It gets crazy because when you have a lot of cargo, you have to actually balance, and even just walking on uneven ground will even ground actually you'll start tipping over and stuff.
Tip over and stuff.
You have to fight. Anyways, yeah. So the Nender looks pretty cool. I'm probably not going to get it, but I do appreciate that they're making one, and it looks kind of cool.
It looks cool. I think it's around $70, $80 for the Great Deliverer, which that includes, like I said, the 4 silver cargo cases, 4 large silver cargo cases, 4 small gold cargo cases, 4 more gold cargo cases, and 5 navy cargo. Oh goodness, there's too many cases. There's 21 in all. Just buy the regular one, guys. Save yourself maybe $10. No, but if you like cargo cases,
you got to go all in. You got to get all the accessories, especially if you're a fan, because I think people appreciate those cool extras. Because I know the Persona Nendroids, they have bonuses in the back of the box. It looks like the game HUD. So
Oh, for real?
if you put this I guess it's on a background. I guess it's like a foreground essentially. But
Hmm.
you put that in front of your Nendroid, and it looks like
They're in
now
the
it just
game, kind of.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, dude. So it's almost like a diorama. Like I gotta say, like, if you're collecting figures, Nindroids can be addicting because they're at a nice kind of sweet price point of around what, $50 essentially after
On
tax
average,
on
right? Yeah.
average.
Hmm.
And what you get, you'll get, of course, the base figure, but you'll get like little expressions, a couple different faces, and you can swap the heads onto any other body,
Yeah,
like
because they're
Nindroid.
all interchangeable. Not all of them. So I have the Morgana Nendroid, and obviously
Hmm.
Morgana is kind of a different character. He's
Head,
not
yeah.
really humanoid, so you can't swap his face. But for a lot of the humanoid Nendroids, you can kind of, if you really wanted to, you can swap all their faces around.
So I've seen some pretty cool things. And speaking, we're going back to, or not going back to, I mean, it's just more anime stuff. Code Vein apparently did really well. Sold
Yeah.
over 1 million copies worldwide across PC,
Uh-huh.
PS4, and Xbox, which
Right.
is good.
It's good to that's good to see. I think Bandai Namco, they make decent games, but they're always kind of niche. You know what I mean?
Or they're really similar, like at least for like the shonen ones. So if you take like the Muso type things and Jump Force and stuff, they're all the same.
Oh
They're all the same
yeah,
game. Forget it.
yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Even with the newest DBZ Kakarot, like
Kakarot, yeah.
Dragon Ball like I don't think anyone had hope in that game. I mean, some people did, like, oh, it's a Dragon Ball RPG, but I'm like, what are you doing that you haven't done before? Like, what?
That's the thing. Because Dragon Ball is how many years now? Like 30 years?
Gosh, yeah,
Maybe
maybe
more,
30,
right? I don't
maybe
know.
30, 40,
Around
yeah.
30, yeah. But if you go to any, used game store in Japan, you can find the Dragon Ball games on the Famicom,
Yep, that's true.
right? And that's like you can play this super low bit Famicom version of like the Goku versus Vegeta fight. And here we are in 2020, and
Playing the Goku versus Vegeta
yeah,
fight.
you can still play that fight in modern technology. So you're right about that story not being like new. It's nothing we haven't seen before. So
But I think the thing is with, especially I think kind of maybe this year and last year, we're getting more and more anime releases, anime game types. So we've had Code Vein, which has done really well. I think God Eater 3 is finally coming out, like in Japan, or like
God
some
Eater 3 has
DLC.
been out for a while. DLC, you mean?
The DLC, yeah, it's DLC. Sorry.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, I forgot God Even 3. God, it came out.
Yeah, that's not new.
But yeah,
When
Grand
was,
Blue Fantasy versus.
oh, that came out last week. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I think
probably doing fine.
people are kind of they're playing it. I've seen like 40K on Twitch viewers, so I think it's doing pretty well. Anime games are in. I think they're more in than they were 10 years ago for sure.
Yeah, why the market itself is just getting bigger, especially now that it's easier to get it overseas. Because like, I don't want to sound really old, but when I was getting into anime, you pretty much had to steal it, right? You had to pirate it. You had to like find a dude with a CD burner. You'd meet him in the alley, and he like opened his trench coat, and he's like, "Hey, do you want episodes of Naruto?"
What are you
And you're like,
buying?
"Yeah, yeah,
What you
exactly."
selling? That's. I mean, it's not half right. I mean, it's not half wrong. It's there's a reason that those pirating sites existed,
Yeah,
and
but
half of us probably
nowadays
use them.
it's just way easier to get anime because it's on Netflix, it's on Crunchyroll, it's on
Some
like
Prime.
Funimation's, yeah, Amazon Prime. It's just like way easier for a kid to just sit down and watch episodes of anime
It's a
instead
lot
of
easier.
going to friggin' BitTorrent or whatever.
Yeah,
You can still do that, but we encourage you to legally obtain your anime.
that's true.
Anyway, so the market's getting bigger, yeah, and I think it obviously we're gonna see that spill over into merchandise and games.
That's true. And I will say Neo 2. I don't know if this is like everything after this is kind of like just in past mentioning is what I'm thinking. So like Neo 2, the runtime, the director just came out and he's saying like, yeah, it's similar in length to Neo 1. The last time I played Neo 2, just kind of all the way through. And this is including deaths. He finished around 55 hours. So I think that's pretty good time
For a game, right?
yeah, for a Souls-like game. I think whoever's playing it their first time, which will be me, I think it'll be kind of a little fun little thing to do. Oh man, I should stream that next. I should. Oh,
Neo?
dude, because I want to keep the Katana series going. So I want to do Metal Gear Rising, and then after that, I should go and do Neo.
Neo. Are you gonna buy Neo on PC, or are you gonna stream it off your PS4?
Dude, PS Plus is giving it to me for free, but I don't know if
No.
the timings need to be completely on sync. Because if I'm doing remote play and doing streaming, like there's a small delay. It's not too bad because I'm like right next to my PS3 or PS4, but I don't know. I should check out the price on PC. It can't be that expensive now.
You might have gone on sale. Well, I mean, when 2 is about to come out, they might have reduced it, and then I think it has gone on sale for the Christmas sale or
The
whatever.
Christmas sale and stuff.
I'm looking at it right now. It's 56 CAD, so that's going to be what, 40-ish.
$40-ish, $39.99 or something, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that did happen. And of course, Apex Legends and their Valentine's Day event or Valentine's event is going to be happening from the, I believe, 11th through the 16th. Did I get this right?
Uh-huh.
No, 11th through February 18th. There we go. So
Yeah, I think it's Duos. I think Duos is coming back.
Yep, Duos is coming back, and a couple of the skins, gun charms, things they've had from last year's event, and a couple new items are coming back to the shop. So it's nothing, it's not as big as the events that have come before this, but I think it's in the vein of even in Overwatch, the events kind of repeat themselves now. Now you're not going to get too many new things, but you'll just kind of get some recycled stuff, which is fine.
Well, that's good for people that didn't get all the skins from last year's event, like me.
I didn't even know there were skins. I got the badge, and that was about it. So there's a new badge this year that you get just for playing, and 2 times the XP, like double XP, up to 20,000 per day during the event time. So if you need to level up your battle pass, level up, then it's a great time. And if you want to play duos, I was playing duos last night on ranked. Like the game
when you
just
had your third party drop or your third person drop out.
Yeah, they just didn't even make it to the menu.
Yeah, I hate how that happens sometimes, but yeah. So Duos is coming back. I'll probably play a little bit. I don't know. I'm not a huge Duos fan for some reason. Like I kind of like the third person, but yeah.
Duos Kings Canyon, bro. That'd be so crowded. No, I think that'd be just right. I just think the map is too big for duos. It's a big map.
For what? For World's Edge?
For World's Edge, not eggs.
Well, we've done duos. We've done duos in World's Edge when they had
That's true.
Duos like the last 2 times they did duos.
The last 2 times, and we got to win.
We did, yeah.
We got to win. So maybe I shouldn't complain. I should just be like, thank you, give me more duos.
Yeah. Anyways, so that's Valentine's that's starting real soon. I think probably. Well, by the time this episode goes up, it'll have already started.
And finally, just in news, I thought this was really funny because, there's always the thing about we want characters in different games. Like, for Smash, people wanted Sora. Apparently that was on the table, but Disney shut it down. I don't know. Anyways, so there's that kind of request. But people have been asking for a couple months maybe, or X amount of time, that Tekken have the main character from the Yakuza series as a guest character. So have Kiryu, have Kiryu in the series, which I think, having him there would make sense.
Well, it might make more sense than Noctis from FF15, but
and those, oh man, which, apparently is still a good character. So the series director for Tekken, Katsuhiro Harada, this dude is a troll, a master troll, but he's just like, so I went to the board members. I do not even understand this logic. He's like, I went to the board members. I gave them your request, and they said it'd be better that you'd be in the game.
So like himself, like the actual man just in Yakuza?
Yeah, so Harada should be in Tekken is what they said. Like, you're a better fit. And I'm like,
wait, the producer himself in
the game, yeah.
In Tekken?
is what they responded to him. That he would be better than Kiryu in Tekken.
No, I want Kiryu though.
Have you seen Harada? Have you seen the dude?
Yeah, but I mean, still.
I'm looking at the Twitter right now, and it looks like, I don't think this is him, but there's a character in, it looks like Kiwami 2.
Oh yeah.
who's got some kind of the sunglasses that he always wears, and
Oh, okay.
it looks like Harada. And he's like, wait, aren't you already in the game? Oh, Harada, this dude is he's a trip, man. He entered his own games tournament. I love the fact that he does that.
He competed in Tekken.
Yeah, in Evo, he competed in Tekken, and like watching that match, like everyone's like, dude, just lose it. If not, your character's gonna be nerfed next season.
That's so funny.
He's got the frame data in his mind. Dude knows it all. So I guess that's about it. And you sent me a picture of Yamcha sleeping.
Oh, I just saw that on Twitter, like on the UGP Twitter. Someone posted it, and I was like, "That's pretty funny." So he's not sleeping. Well, he is sleeping. He's eternally sleeping. He's taking a dirt nap.
I made the mistake. So it's a Funko, like a pop Funko little thing, and it really does look like Yamcha's taking a nap. It does not look like he's dead, but it's called Dead Yamcha.
Yeah. And I was like, "Is this real?" Like I sent it to you, and I was like, "Is this a real thing?" But I mean, that's
I can't tell, but if it is, I kind of want it. Like, I don't know. It looks Dead Yamcha, man. Dead Yamcha.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. He's like he's the best part of Dragon Ball. Like that scene, Dead Yamcha.
Yamcha, bro.
Everyone gives him like a hard time because it was a Cyberman that like did him in, like the weakest friggin' thing.
Well, he was never the strongest. I mean, at one point he had something, but
in Dragon Ball, right? Like in regular Dragon Ball, like that's when he was like a force, and then like Z happened, and then he couldn't compete because it was like aliens and Super Saiyans.
It's when the world got real.
And actual gods. So like,
it's like from that point, only 2 people could really compete. 3 or 4 people, really. You know, the rest of the Z Warriors don't even deserve the title Z Warriors. They're bait. They're
Goku
bait.
and Entourage. Yeah.
Goku and Vegeta
Everyone
entourage.
else,
Well,
yeah.
but Vegeta just gets like, you know, his I can do this, but shit,
and
Kakarot,
Vegeta,
finish it for me.
he does all right, and then Goku has to come in and clean up. Yeah.
Oh man. Oh Vegeta.
I don't know if this is true or not, but you know how at the end of the Cell Saga, like Goku dies, and then Gohan basically finishes the fight. Like Gohan beats Cell, right?
Right.
I don't know if this is true. I haven't really looked into it, but someone on the internet, so maybe it's not true, said that like the original plan was to have Goku step out of the series and to have Gohan become the new main character.
Which that honestly is what I think everyone kind of thought when back on Namek, you know, freaking Gohan, they're like, oh shit, this kid's power level is off the charts.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
He's stronger than Goku at this point.
Yeah, they would show Gohan like have these huge bursts of potential, and it's like they were hinting at he was basically like a very, very, very powerful warrior. And then Goku dies. Goku dies during the Cell fight, and then Gohan becomes Super Saiyan 2, the first character to become Super Saiyan 2.
Right.
And wins the fight. And like that looks so like that's really like that's super cool. That's a super cool moment.
I thought he was about to turn up. He was about to turn up, but then
and then Go was like, oh, Gohan's gonna be the new main character. Like Goku kind of steps aside, lets his son kind of take over. And then we just have this time skip, and he's like the Great Saiyaman now. So like, what happened there?
And I love how we're like super off topic, and we're gonna close out the podcast. But if you haven't watched Dragon Ball Super, you definitely should. I think some people don't like Super for different reasons. I love Super because it's so self-aware of everything that
it's funny. It's funny
that we've ever pointed out. Everything. It's like, Gohan, you were supposed to be something, bruh. Yeah. It's okay. I just study. I do my books, and for this fight though, Dad, I want to be a part of it. I want to try my best.
He was like, all right, go on, dude. All right, go for it. Yeah.
When that tournament started, he literally just like, I want to try my best and live up to what I was supposed to be.
Yeah.
Oh, and Piccolo. I mean, Dad, I love you too.
Yeah. So that's I just somewhere out there's a version of Dragon Ball where Gohan is actually badass.
He continued to kick. Oh no, there is. It's called in
the Future Trunks Saga.
In the Future Trunks Saga,
where he dies.
Where he
dies.
Okay. Where he dies, but he went out the best
with
way.
A bang. With a literal bang. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's it.
We went out with the bang. We are 21. Yeah, this is episode 21.
Old enough to drink, yeah.
Old enough to drink. And with that, it's like, I encourage you all to go out and grab a drink. No.
Yep.
Dang. See,
Do
we're
it.
opposites on that. But yeah, you can follow us on Twitter and on Instagram at UGP_podcast. Wait, crap. UGP_cast.
Yeah, that's the one.
_cast. Remember that. And remember, you can leave us a voice message just like you heard Nick do from our Anchor page. And remember to also spread the word. Tell your friend, at least one, that we are a great podcast and you'd like to share some love. I don't know.
Sure.
That's it.
Sounds good. See you guys next week.
Cue the exit music. Okay. I'll see you guys. Stay gold.
Right. Yeah, stay gold. Peace.
Stay gold. Peace.